In today's show, JP Morgan analysts think Bitcoin can triple in value and challenge gold. While I think it's at least a 45x from here and not a 3x, at least we can agree that Bitcoin is going up. It's hard to understand why anyone wouldn't own Bitcoin right now. This is a tweet coming directly from Tyler Winklevoss in regards to this article. For years, JP Morgan was skeptical of Bitcoin, and now the bank analysts say its value could triple, challenging gold. And I just want to point out right here, for Bitcoin to 45x, as Tyler Winklevoss predicts, would put the Bitcoin price at about 585,000, and for Bitcoin to 3x, as JP Morgan suggests, would put the Bitcoin price at about $40,000 per BTC. And what makes this also very interesting was back in 2017, Jamie Dimon, the bank CEO, called Bitcoin a fraud and said he would fire anyone trading it for being stupid. Crazy considering now they're embracing it because they're forced to or get left behind. We'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, Bitcoin just posted its biggest buy signal in more than 2 years, says top crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. Here's what to expect next. For us to reclaim that $20,000 all-time high, we need to close above $13,880. And guess what? With only a few more days left in the month, we're not that far away, just a few $100 off. Because if we can close above 13,873, it will print its highest monthly close candle in Bitcoin history. Talk about being bullish. In today's show, we'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. You can see Bitcoin just reclaimed its all-time high for the year, now trading above 13,400. Most of the altcoins are in the red, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. A team of analysts at JP Morgan's Global Market Strategy Group are touting Bitcoin's emergence as an alternative to gold among millennials, suggesting a doubling or tripling in the Bitcoin price if current trends continue. The prediction, which came in a research note published on Friday, is remarkable given the bank's one-time skepticism towards Bitcoin, which included the CEO Jamie Dimon calling it a fraud back in 2017 and saying he would fire anyone trading it for being stupid. Well, how about you fire yourself, Jamie Dimon? How do you like those apples? JP Morgan's bullish stance is driven in part by PayPal's recent decision to offer Bitcoin to its customers and Square's recent move to add $50 million of the crypto to its balance sheet. Another major factor for its position, though, is the demographic trend in which younger generations are choosing Bitcoin over gold. They're quoted saying the older cohorts prefer gold, while the younger cohorts prefer Bitcoin as an alternative currency, says the research note. Bitcoin over gold, as they should, as Bitcoin is superior. As the Winklevoss twins once said, Bitcoin is a better version of gold than gold itself. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. The analysts go on to observe that if this trend continues, there could be a challenge to gold in the long term with important price implications for Bitcoin. Even a modest crowding out of gold as an alternative currency over the longer term would imply doubling or tripling of the Bitcoin price from here. And considering Bitcoin's currently trading above 13,000, a doubling would put the Bitcoin price at 26,000, while a tripling would put the Bitcoin price closer to $40,000. So back in December of 2017, that's when Bitcoin hit its all-time high of 20,000. And since then, it's fell as low as $3,400 the following year. But guess what? Bitcoin's been staying above the $10,000 mark for an unprecedented 3-month stretch, and we're looking more bullish than ever. Millennials' embrace of Bitcoin has been underway for a while. Late last year, a Charles Schwab survey found that shares of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, a company that holds Bitcoin in their trust, were more popular among the cohort than famous names like Netflix and Disney. Meanwhile, Grayscale has been fanning the trend with a national TV campaign called drop gold. If you checked out that commercial, let me know. It's pretty cool. As a percentage of total investment capital, however, gold still dwarfs Bitcoin by a factor of 10. As JP Morgan notes, the value of gold and Bitcoin ETFs are about equal, but the yellow metal is worth 2.6 trillion in total versus the 240 billion for the Bitcoin market cap, because large amounts of it are held in a form of bars and coins. And the Winklevoss twins predict there's going to be a flippening of the Bitcoin market cap over gold as more and more people start to use it as a hedge against inflation as well as a store of value. And when that happens, they expect a $500,000 Bitcoin price. In fact, they published an article entitled "The Case for a $500,000 Bitcoin." If you missed it, be sure to check that out. JP Morgan sounds a note of caution, though, observing that for the near term, Bitcoin looks rather overbought and vulnerable to profit taking, we think, but the analysts also add the long-term prospects for Bitcoin could further improve because of its utility as a payment mechanism compared with gold. Business Insider first reported on the JP Morgan memo, a copy of which Fortune obtained independently, which is where this article source is coming from. All I know is this: back in 2017, they called Bitcoin a fraud, and Bitcoin been around since 2009, right? As a result of the financial collapse back in 2008 is why Bitcoin was created in the first place. So they're a little late to the party. I'd rather listen to Bitcoin influencers such as Max Keiser, who has been bullish on Bitcoin since 2011, or the Winklevoss twins, who have been bullish on Bitcoin for a very long time. They own the Gemini exchange and considered the first Bitcoin billionaires on paper. But speaking of Max Keiser, I recently shared this poll on my Twitter just yesterday. Who's your favorite Bitcoin influencer? And we had 1,700 votes thus far with 2 days left. And number one, go figure, 51.4% of you said Max Keiser, 23.8% of you said Mr. Pompliano, 18.6% said Andreas Antonopoulos, and 6.2% of you said the Winklevoss twins. If you haven't casted your vote, I'll include the link in the show notes below the video in the description, and also be sure to follow me on Twitter. All right, and before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin just posted its biggest buy signal in more than 2 years, says top crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. And before I share with you what to expect next, first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin, its highest high of the year, now above 13,400, up 2% for the day, and surging. Let's go BTC. I do feel we'll close above that 13,873 high, and once we do, Bitcoin will print its highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history, and it won't be long before we return to a new all-time high, reaching price discovery mode. Once again, I do feel that will happen in the fourth quarter of 2020. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. Now check this out. Most of the altcoins are back in the red. We have Ethereum down 0.55%, trading just above $402. Missed Litecoin barely in the green, trading at $57.81. We have XRP down 0.6%, trading just above 25 cents. BNB up 0.8%, trading just above $31. And Chainlink barely in the green, up 0.3%, trading just above $12. Now, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on right now? Drop me a comment right down below. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Data founder and crypto analyst Nicholas Merton says Bitcoin just flashed its biggest buy signal in over 24 months. That's right, in a new Data video, Merton explains why Bitcoin's weekly close above 13,000 is a historic milestone for the largest cryptocurrency. He goes on to share, yesterday we set the highest weekly close, which is again the significant price that people are focusing on, the highest weekly close since all the way back here in mid-January of 2018. It has been more than 2.5 years since we've been at this point. So this is really, really exciting stuff. Touche. I'm pretty stoked if you couldn't tell. Within the context of terms of the price set, the crypto strategist highlights why the recent weekly close is such a strong bullish signal. He goes on to share the reason why on a technical perspective this is extremely valuable, far beyond the value of any indicator you could utilize in your charts, is because this has been a significant point of resistance for Bitcoin for a long period of time, anywhere between the upper 11,000 range back here in February of 2018, of here in July and June of 2019, and also here in August of 2020. It's tended to be that this range between the upper 11,000 range and 13,000 range has been a contested resistance range for Bitcoin multiple times. And that's right, we've been struggling to break above this resistance. So if we can finally break above and close the month higher, reaching a new all-time high monthly close, the market couldn't be more bullish, and I would expect a new all-time high here very shortly. He continues, as prices tried to regain those $20,000 highs that we saw back in December of 2017, price has been struggling to hold in that range, and in fact, anytime it came up in this range, it was quickly sold off by people who had bought Bitcoin and eventually took profits on their positions, where sell-side pressure began to outweigh buyers. This time around, there really isn't much sell-side pressure. That's an important factor here, how the price is holding. Now, this is very important, so pay very close attention. Merton takes his bullish read on the crypto king a step further by looking at the yearly time frame. That's right, according to Merton, Bitcoin now needs to close 2020 at a key price to indicate the start of a strong move towards new all-time highs. He goes on to share, what we need to do is set a close, and I would like to see a substantial close above the yearly high close here, which is 13,880. If we can get 14,000, 15,000 for Bitcoin just by the end of the year, going through October, November, up until December. That's all we need to see, folks. It's a clear telltale sign in price in the simplest form of analysis. Again, simplicity wins out. It is the simplest key sign here that we're setting up for a substantial move in the market. And to check out this entire episode of Data Dash, which I'm referencing right here in the show, I'll include it in the show notes below the video in the description. It's entitled Bitcoin Flashes Its Biggest Buy Signal in Over 2.5 years. Talk about being bullish. And before I break down our next story of the day, can October record Bitcoin's highest monthly close in history? And if we do, what does that mean for the Bitcoin price? But first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at a whopping 401 billion. Like, whoa, with 100 million in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance still on the climb at 61.9%, according to CoinMarketCap. And now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Flexicoin up a whopping 88%, now trading at 2.1 cents. Kusama up almost 28%, trading at $33.89. Ocean Protocol up about 19%, trading just below 50 cents. Polkadot, which has been surging, up 9%, trading at $4.74. And Compound up 8.4%, trading at $110. Now let's check out the biggest losers within the top 100. We have Filecoin down 14%, trading at $33. Reserve Rights down almost 11%, trading at 1.4 cents. Ampleforth down 8%, trading at $1.10. Digibyte down 7%, trading just below 2 cents. And ABBC coin down 6%, trading just below 49 cents. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on right now? Drop me a comment right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins. Holy moly, I don't know if this is an error or what, but it shows longs are leading by 98% versus 1% shorts, with longs barely in the lead though, which doesn't make this so convincing. So I'm actually going to refresh it and just try to see what's up here. I'm looking at, as far as a resource, this is coinfarm.online. So I don't know how accurate this is. So let's switch it from the BitMEX margins and let's go to the Binance margins, which also offer derivatives, right? So let's check this out. And this seems to be a lot more accurate, as the longs are leading with 50.3% versus 49.6% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 61 in greed, yesterday a 75 in greed, last week a 56 in greed, and last month a 47 neutral. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that frickin' dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, and before I break down our final story of the day, can October record Bitcoin's highest monthly close in history? I absolutely believe so. What would this mean for the Bitcoin price? And also, we're going to have a conversation about a decoupling, as Bitcoin seems to be decoupling from the S&P 500 and stock market, which is definitely another bullish sign. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 580 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to help support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you're listening or tuning in on a different platform outside of YouTube, the direct YouTube link is cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also find us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You'll find the links right here in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is crypto news yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a private crypto Facebook group. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. If Bitcoin sits above 13,873 at the end of October, which is in just a few more days, it will print its highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. On a monthly candle chart, each candle represents 1 month of trading activity. Hence, a monthly chart typically covers years of trading activity on a single log chart, depicting the macro and long-term performance of an asset, as you can see right here on your screen. Bitcoin neared $20,000 back in 2017. So why would this be the highest monthly candle close if we've already touched 20,000? Well, the month didn't close at 20,000. That, my friend, is the major difference. Across major crypto exchanges, the Bitcoin price neared 20,000 in 2017. On Bitfinex, it hit 19,891 on December 17th, 2017, recording its all-time high. Yet, because the price corrected rapidly after achieving a new record high, it dropped by 60% within the following 2 months. A quick pullback was an expected reaction from the Bitcoin market due to the rapid run-up to 20K. In a healthy rally, the Bitcoin price gradually and consistently increases over a prolonged period, establishing clear support and resistance levels. The pattern of a rally followed by a consolidation phase strengthens the uptrend. But back in the case of the 2017 bull run, the rally happened in such a short period that there were no major technical support levels Bitcoin could fall back on. As such, Bitcoin struggled to show resilience above 13,000 for most of the past 3 years. That's right, we've been in a crypto winter for the past 3 years, despite rising past 19,000 at its peak. Now, I don't feel Bitcoin was as mature back then as it is now. Now, my friend, it's ready to surge and blow past that all-time high of 20,000 if you're to ask me. That's right, this ongoing Bitcoin rally appears different from previous bull cycles because this time the price is rising gradually. That's the difference, my friend. Bitcoin has been claiming major resistance levels and consolidating afterwards, avoiding a sharp correction. Now, due to the extended consolidation above important resistance levels at 12,500 and 13,000, derivatives traders are anticipating a move past 14,000. Light, a pseudonymous Bitcoin futures and options trader, said, OKEX futures order book asked being pulled/executed at market in the last few days as Bitcoin consolidates. A move above 14,000 in the near term is increasing in probability. That's right. Do you feel it will likely happen and we will close this month at our highest Bitcoin monthly close ever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. However, whether the monthly Bitcoin candle closes above 13,873 in October or November is of less significance. As long as the monthly candle closes above the previous high in the medium term, it would likely improve the already strong market sentiment. Now, what about a decoupling between Bitcoin and the S&P 500 and U.S. stock markets? As Kraken's Crypto Watch chartist Kevin Swenson said, Bitcoin does not decouple from U.S. stocks often. According to Swenson, Bitcoin tends to see a correlation with the U.S. stocks 80% of the time. In the past week, the correlation between the two has weakened as Bitcoin stayed resilient while the U.S. stock market dropped. He goes on to share, Bitcoin is about 80% of the time correlated to the S&P 500 on the weekly chart. According to the correlation coefficient tool, about 20% of the time it has a low degree of correlation. The past 10 days fall into the 20% category as stocks took a big hit and Bitcoin continues to surge. As you can see right here, Bitcoin, its highest high of this year. Could it get any more bullish than this? I don't think so. All right, now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show, Tyler Winklevoss points out that JP Morgan analysts think Bitcoin can triple in value and challenge gold, and for Bitcoin to triple would put the Bitcoin price at approximately $40,000, while Tyler Winklevoss believes Bitcoin could at least 45x from here, putting the Bitcoin price at about $585,000. And JP Morgan is now bullish, once calling Bitcoin a fraud back in 2017 when Jamie Dimon threatened to fire any employee for trading Bitcoin. Just goes to show you how long we've come since then. Also in today's show, I shared that Bitcoin just posted its biggest buy signal in more than 2 years, says top crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. And I also shared with you what's next for the king of all crypto. Also in today's episode, I shared with you the fact, yes, Bitcoin can close above $13,873 with just a few days left in the month. And if we can do that, closing out October at an all-time high, the Bitcoin market would be more bullish than ever this fourth quarter of 2020. And I would predict a new all-time high, reaching price discovery mode. Once again, how high will the Bitcoin price likely climb from here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.